Hey guys, I am Lynsey Ciraulo. I am the head trainer at the Metabolic Meltdown Clifton Park location in Clifton Park, New York. And I've been a client and a member of the Metabolic Meltdown family for the last 7 years. And just wanted to kind of make a video to talk to you guys about who I am and where I'm from and what I've done. Um, I started coming to see Matt Phelps, owner of the Metabolic Meltdown, said 7 years ago as a personal training client. I had never picked up a weight a day in my life. I have, the only workout experience that I had was a competitive cheerleader for quite a few years. I was looking to better myself in the sport. And so my fiance's mom referred me to Matt. She had been a client at the Metabolic Meltdown, and so she told me he was the best in the business, and if I wanted to get better, that I needed to go see him. I did, and it rocked my world. I'll never forget that first day. I walked into the gym terrified, didn't know what I was doing or what to expect. I remember doing flowed walking lunges with chains on. And I remember doing strap rows, TRX strap rows. And I remember thinking, both of those things are going to kill me. I was supposed to go right to work after my training session with Matt. I was supposed to go home first and change, but instead I went literally right to work and laid in my car for probably an hour, just dead out, thinking I was going to die. But within that first class, within that first session with Matt, there was something inside that drew me back. I think it was the most I had ever been challenged in my life. It was the first time that I'd ever strength trained, and just being pushed mentally and physically in that way was incredible. And from the first time working with Matt, I felt an insane respect for him. And I felt respect back from him, which just made me want to work hard for him and keep going. So I think I had signed up initially for like an 8-week personal training session and had completed that and seen results that I had never thought were possible for me or my body, and was feeling strong. And there's something about strength training, I think, that just makes you feel more confident. You walk a little taller, you stand a little taller, it's just, there's something about it that's indescribable. And as somebody who had never strength trained before, feeling those feelings immediately had me hooked. So it's kind of funny because after my 8-week session with Matt, he kept on trying to convince me to take these metabolic meltdown classes. He said, "Lyns, I think they'd be perfect for you. I think you should do them." And I wanted nothing to do with it. I thought it was like an aerobics class. I didn't know what metabolic training meant. I really liked working with him one-on-one. And the other thing was I didn't want to wake up early in the morning. Classes at that time, the only one I could make was a 6 a.m. class, and I didn't want to wake up early. So, so I fought it. I fought it for a long time, and he would say, "Fine, that's okay." He was awesome, patient, I kept doing my strength training, and eventually he wore me down and convinced me to take a class. And again, my world was rocked. That I thought that I was a physically fit woman. We had been personal training together. I was a competitive cheerleader. And it was a style of training that I had never experienced in my life. It was high intensity, but your own level. I was challenged, but safely. And I walk away drenched in sweat, completely challenged every time, And 45 minutes, I was in, I was out, I was done. My strength training was done. My cardio was done. I didn't have to do anything else the rest of the day. Um, in that 45 minutes, I had worked harder than when I used to go to the gym on my own for 2 hours, walking on the treadmill, going through the stations, you know? Um, I was immediately hooked. Um, every day that I went back, it was different. It challenged me in a different way. The people that I met in class, motivating, inspiring, it would be, anybody from, somebody in their, mid to late 60s with D1 athletes, with, grandmothers, with housewives, with school teachers, with doctors, all of us um, were in there just working hard together. Um, it's the most mental and mental clearing part of my day, you know? In that 45 minutes, I'm not thinking about anything else, the stress that I have, what I have to do later, what happened last night. I'm just thinking about how to survive for 45 minutes. And oh, it's the best. It is so addicting. It is such a rush. You see real results. You feel yourself getting stronger. You meet the best people, you know? I was hooked. And so, it's funny, we've come up with this hashtag MedAddicted, but it's the addiction is real. And, when I tell people, I try to describe it, I can't, because there's no word to describe how we feel and the bonds you create when you're in this facility. It's just pure med addiction. So, when I started getting pretty serious into class and noticing strength gains and seeing my body change and transform, and I was talking to Matt a lot about liking the way that I was feeling, but I couldn't lose that extra pounds, that extra weight that I was holding on. And I remember saying to him, Matt, I can't work out anymore. I'm loving what I'm doing and I'm seeing results, but I want to take it to the next level. And 3 years ago, he convinced me to do macro training. So he and I started macroing together. I was probably like 25, 25, 27 at the time. And I remember thinking, like, this is lame. Like, I'm young. I shouldn't have to pay somebody to help teach me how to eat. But as always, he convinced me, and he was right. And I lost 17 pounds doing macro training and saw myself physically in a way that I never thought was possible. I am only 4'11 and a half. I've always been an athlete and a gymnast, a cheerleader. So I thought that I was just always going to have big legs. I just thought my arms, were just hereditarily big, abs, what are those? So for the first time in my life, I remember feeling and seeing myself on the outside the way I always wanted to look on the inside, and that blew my mind, it was crazy, and it really changed my life and my perspective on life, and it made me want to help people in the same way that I was helped. So I decided to retire from coaching cheerleading 3 years ago. When that happened, Matt had approached me about becoming a trainer here at the Meltdown, and I couldn't think of anything more that I would want to do with my life than be a trainer here. This facility gave me a new purpose, a new meaning, a new confidence. I had never felt better in my life. I was the girl that wore jeans to the beach, because I hated the way that I looked. And, now I love who I am, and I love the way that my body is strong and it carries me, and my legs are strong and they help me to lift things. And it's just, it's insane. I can't even describe it. And I'm rambling, so I've got to stop. But when Matt approached me about being a trainer, it rocked my world. I was honored that he thought that I could do it. I was enthusiastic about learning. I wanted to learn all that I could about this world. And here we are, 3 years later. head trainer at Clifton Park. And when people walk in here, they always say, "Hey, Lyns, what's going on? How's your day?" And every day I say, you know what? I'm living the dream. And I'm not being false when I say that. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I would do exactly what I'm doing right now. You know, I would come to work every day, just like I'm coming to work, you know? Every single person that walks into my life, that walks into these doors, they are my family. It is a fit family. It is a family, an army. It's a med addiction. It's the best thing in the world. So as I started to become more deeper into training, I had this crazy idea that I wanted to step on stage. I wanted to see how far I could push myself as a born and raised Italian. I wanted to see if I knew I could control my workouts. I knew that I loved working out, but I wanted to see if I could control my health and what I put inside my body when I was eating. I wanted to take it to the next level. And so, again, I went to Matt, and he gave me faith that I could do it. So, right before the holidays, I decided to enter into my first women's figure competition. Had never done it before, didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what I was up for. It was some of the hardest weeks of my life, but the support that I received from Matt, the support that I received from every client in the gym every day reminded me what I was fighting for, and made me feel like I had a purpose, and it drove me to want to work as hard as I could and bring the best package I could to the stage. And I can't tell you, I got message after message, and everybody that would walk in the gym, "Lyns, you're looking awesome, you're killing it." When I got tired, they lifted me up. When I felt like there was days that I could not work out, that I felt like I didn't have it in me, when I wanted to cheat, I wanted that hamburger, I wanted whatever it was, they reminded me that my purpose was bigger than just me, that I was fighting for all of us, and when I stepped on stage a week ago today, there wasn't an ounce of fear. There wasn't a minute where I didn't believe in myself, because I had the love and the support of an army behind me, and it was the best feeling in the world. So I went from just being a trainer at the gym, just like everybody else, somebody who loves to eat, to this figure competitor. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I wish I had more words, but it was the best feeling in the world. So I ended up winning the show. First place in women's figure, novice, debut, and open. I won best posing, which I swear is just because everybody in the stands was giving me so much energy. And I walked away as a WNBF figure pro. What? And if that goes to show you anything, it's that if you surround yourself with people who inspire you, who believe in you, who push you, you can do anything. So over the last few weeks, we've been taking video footage of my prep, of my show, just of this whole journey. And we're going to start a web series that's going to be coming out soon. So you guys can kind of follow me along with that journey and what I went through and how I trained, what I ate, leading up to the big event. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I hope that you love it, and I hope that you enjoy it. And then we're going to keep this going. I plan to post videos as often as I can, inspirational videos, videos that are going to give advice. You guys can ask me questions. I'll return in video footage as much as I can, giving you as much help and advice as I can. You'll see training videos, workout videos, I want to give you guys a glimpse into my life and what I do here at the Meltdown and what I do on a daily basis. My goal is to just empower and spread the love. you know? I think the more positivity and the more love we can spread, the better in this world. Let's lift each other up. Let's do what we can to make this world a better place. So I want to help you guys. I want to do whatever I can to let you know if I can do it, you can do it. I'm a normal human like everybody else that is just insanely lucky to be surrounded by love. So I want to bring that love to all of you. Please, please, please like our channel on YouTube. Subscribe to it so that you get updates, and share it. Let's build this up. Let's make it huge. Let's spread as much love and as much positivity as we can to as many people, because that's what this world is all about, and that's what this is all about, is just spreading love, spreading information, spreading to positivity, and let's make a difference in this world, because I think we can. I think we can. So, sorry that I rambled. I know it was kind of long. Please like and share and subscribe. Look for my videos coming up, my training videos. I hope you guys like it. I put my heart and soul and everything I had into this prep. So, yeah, stay tuned, because there is some awesome content coming. It's been nice to meet you guys, and I hope to get to know you more. All right. Talk soon. Have a good day.
For more information or to sign up for a free trial, go to metabolicmeltdown.com and get Met Addicted.